Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the wedding reception of Joseph and Sarah. Would you please put your hands together and welcome your bridal party this evening. Coming out first, would you please welcome your personal attendants and ushers. Give it up for Sarah, Andy, and Matt. Next, would you please give a warm welcome to Kristen and Brian. Please welcome Tina and Steve. Give it up for Mallory and Craig. Make some noise for Amy and Danny. Please welcome Allie and Tim. Please welcome your maid of honor, Rachel, escorted by Matt. And give a warm welcome to your matron of honor and your best man this evening. Give it up for Kelly and Luke. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're not doing so now, would you please all stand to greet your newlyweds? Once again, please stand, make as much noise as you possibly can. Would you please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Higgins. And ladies and gentlemen, how about another big hand for your bridal party this evening? At this time, you may be seated for dinner. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Joseph and Sarah will be cutting the cake.
You move me, it's crazy. It's like you see right through me and make it easier. Please me, you don't even have to try. Oh, because you are the best thing. You are the best thing.
Giving the welcome and introduction toast this evening on behalf of the parents of the bride, it is my privilege to introduce the father of the bride. Would you please welcome John Frenner.
Please. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to the festivities tonight. It's a big day for the Frenner family and the Higgins family, and we're so glad you could all be a part of it. And if you didn't notice, yes, I'm reading off my phone. I really would like to thank Mike and Carol for letting Sarah into their hearts and their home. You cannot find two more genuine or generous people anywhere. Joel. I can't tell you what a fine young man Joe is. I can't find words to express how happy we are that him and Sarah are married now. We're happy that we're adding him to our family. I have no stories about Joe. Maybe in a couple years, there might be a couple we could talk about. Come back later. Okay. I got a couple stories about Sarah. I have a little marriage advice, too. I'm not one for marriage advice. I never gave it to Kelly and Andy, my oldest daughter and her husband. But for Joe, I'm going to tell you this. There's 3 magic words you say to your wife every day the rest of your life. And it's going to be smooth sailing. More on that later. Okay? All right. Sarah. I got stories about Sarah. Two, and they won't be long. One, Halloween 1994. A 5-year-old Sarah sitting at the kitchen table. She came home with Grandma with 2 really nice Halloween buckets. I mean, real nice Halloween buckets. Lots of candy fit in there. And we had 1 orange garbage bag with a Halloween face on it from the grocery store. So we have 3 kids, and we got 2 nice buckets. So let me tell you what, that was a problem. We had a problem going on. I walk in the house, and the oldest 2 were having a debate about who was going to get one of the buckets and who was going to get the bag. Well, Sarah was entitled to one of the buckets because she was with Grandma when she went to the store to get it. So they're arguing, and little 5-year-old Sarah is sitting at the kitchen table, and this argument was going on for 2 or 3 hours, I don't know. And out from little 5-year-old Sarah mouth says, "You can use mine." So it was clear to me then she had a heart that was just so huge everyone in this room could fit in it, number one. And then also she knew nothing about Halloween. I figured that out pretty quick. Okay, the second story, I know this one by heart, even though I lost it. Okay, Sarah was a pitcher. She played fast pitch for 8 or 9 years. The arm. She was on a 12 and under team. We had a good team, and the first tournament of the year, we made it to the finals. Absolutely made it to the finals. It was unbelievable. No one could believe we were there. So we had like 4 hours before the championship game. So we go home and we're waiting around. I'm dying. I mean, I got agita. I'm walking around. I'm dying. I look at Sarah. She's sitting on a couch with her legs crossed watching TV like it was just another day. And I said, Sarah, aren't you nervous? She goes, yeah, I'm nervous. I go, wow, that's a cool cucumber there. So we have to be there or not. We get in a van, we go there, and Anna and everyone else is ahead of us, and Sarah and I go to the back of the van to where her ball bag is. And she looks at me and she goes, Dad? I go, yeah. She goes, what does nervous mean? And that's Sarah, but I can now explain it this way. It was the look on Joe's face as you and I were walking up the aisle. All right, those are the 2 stories. All those 3 words that you say every day to your wife, every man in this room knows them. When you wake up tomorrow morning, your first full day of marriage to Sarah, you look her straight in the eye, you say, Sarah, it's my fault. I would like everybody to have a great time tonight. Be very careful, be safe after the party. Have a great time, and may God smile on you all. Thank you. Give them a hug.
Awesome. And ladies and gentlemen, giving the final toast before your first course are served this evening, on behalf of the parents of the groom, I'd like to welcome the father of the groom. Give it up for Mike Higgins.
First, I'd like to introduce myself because I know a lot of people know the Frenner side of the family, the Higgins side of the family. I'm Mike, Joe's father, and this is Carol, his mother. Carol has instructed me to keep this speech very short and appropriate. I promised her I would keep it appropriate. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I know a lot of you have come from a great distance and shared this day with Joe and Sarah, and we appreciate that. I know some people came from Texas, friends from Pennsylvania, relatives from Pennsylvania, and some people came as far as Kenosha, Wisconsin, in fact. So I hope you all have a great time. Then I would like to thank the groomsmen and the bridesmaids, the ushers. I know a lot of you groomsmen have been friends of Joe's since kindergarten, and it means a lot to him and a lot to us that you're here. Then I would like to just a couple of shout outs. There's a couple birthdays here today. Monday, I think it's the 13th, there's a young man, it's birthday. His name is Mr. Brock Pertilia. Now, Brock will take any kind of alcohol you provide him. He's not fussy. And he bought the Fournette jersey. And if you want to know the story behind that, ask Brock or Danny. Joe won't tell you. The other birthday, and I should just mention, a very good friend of mine who's not here with us tonight. His birthday would be on Monday too. That's a friend of mine named Tom Sorensen. And tonight, another birthday. A very good friend of mine. He and I went to high school together. He's turning 29 tonight. Mr. Paul Polera. And I should just mention to you, his favorite drink is Green Hornets. And if you don't know what that is, he'll be glad to explain it to you. There's a couple people that couldn't be with us here tonight because they've passed. They played a huge part in Joe's life. First are Carol's mom and dad, Don and Arvella McFall. Second is my dad, John Higgins, whose birthday is tomorrow, by the way. So, happy birthday, Dad. And the third person is my brother Tom and my best friend. I know that they're all looking down on both of you and wishing you nothing but the best. Now let's get on to the other part. The crying part's done. John and Anna, I just want to thank you. Man, what a great daughter. You have 3 great daughters. But one tonight, Wow. We could never have asked for a better daughter to come into our lives. And we thank you very much for that. You know, I first met Sarah in Minneapolis one weekend. I decided to go up for the weekend and spend it with Joe and watch college football. We were going to watch Texas A&M, Mr. Johnny Football. And Joe and I decided that we should have a shot of Jack Daniels every time Johnny scored. Well, needless to say, Johnny got 6 touchdowns that day. So we were, probably overserved, as they would say. But how wonderful. Joe called Sarah up. Sarah went and picked us up food and brought it over and served us. I figured any girl that would bring food to her future father-in-law, and she didn't hardly know him, she's worth keeping around. And the other thing is, I just can't believe, Sarah, that you and Joe get along so well. Because you're so meticulous. If you people know Sarah, if you ever get a chance to go to their apartment, make sure you take the pictures and move them. Throw the pillows on the floor. It will drive her batty. So, she picks everything up. Joe's idea of picking things up, his whole life, was to leave them on the bathroom floor and ask his mother to pick them up. That's what Joe did for picking things up. And Sarah, I wanted to thank you for teaching Joe one important lesson in life that his mother's been trying to teach him for 29 years. Fasten your damn seatbelt when you're in the car. Now, somehow, she got through it to him, and he actually wears a seatbelt now. Just a little of marriage advice now. The key to a happy marriage. Oh, I want the bags. Sorry. Just 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. Sorry. The big one goes to Sarah, the small one to Joe. The key to a happy marriage, for any of you people that know Joe, is always to remember when you fill out your NCAA basketball pool, there is only one team you choose, and that's Duke. Sarah, that's why we gave you the jersey, so you'll always remember. The sweatshirt is a reminder who the best college basketball team is. And tonight, we give you our most prized possession, Joe. Welcome to the family. Not much longer. Not much longer. Someone once asked me, when did you know Joe was going to become a lawyer? I was up, Joe rode with me one time when he was about 3 years old, and we went up to Wisconsin Dells. Because our friends, the Portillas, went up there all the time. And they said, why don't you come up? You got a meeting up there, drop off Joe. He can spend the day with us. I said, okay. Well, later, Mr. Portilla, my friend Brian, and I are playing tennis. Now, I know you find it hard to believe that Brian and I would actually play tennis. But probably the only reason we were playing, we probably had a drink in our hands. But all of a sudden, Joe shows up with Nancy Portilla, and he says, you need to get off the court, because now remind you, he's 3 years old. He says, I have a reservation, so you need to get off the court. And I said to him, man, you don't even know what reservation means. You're 3 years old. Yes, I do. It means I can kick you off the court anytime I want. I knew right there and then, there's an attorney. Do wind it up. I'm getting close. I'm getting close. You know, when you only have one child, you need to take the opportunity to talk whenever you can. So later in life, Joe graduated from Carthage, and he decided he was going to go to law school. Now, I tell him I think he should go to law school like in Arizona, Florida, somewhere warm. He says to me, why? I said, because then your mother and I have a place to go, because I figure wherever you go to law school, you will probably end up practicing law. And for once in your life, it ought to be about your mom and dad. And we ought to be able to go down there and live off you for a while in the warm weather. But Joe says no. Again, all about Joe. So then I tell him, all right, you don't want to go down south? Why don't you go to Marquette? I told him Marquette has an excellent law school and is home to the best college basketball team in the state. And if he graduates, I probably would get some free tickets. But guess what? The answer was no again. Again, all about Joe. So finally he goes to this other school, you know, west of here, about an hour. And then you people, I know there's some people that went to law school with Joe. I apologize. But we don't mention that school in our home. But I guess going to that school worked out because he did meet Sarah, and we are very lucky to have her. Last page, Joe. Last page. Joe, you know, we close our eyes just a moment, and suddenly a man appears where a little boy once stood. I may not be able to carry you in my arms anymore, but I'll always carry you in my heart. You have given your mother and I many reasons to be proud of the man you have become. But the proudest moment for us is telling everyone that you are our son. We love you now and forever. So with that, please raise your glasses and join Carol and I to toast Joe and Sarah. It is written, when children find true love, parents find true joy. So Joe and Sarah, here's to your joy and ours from this day forward. God bless you.
And ladies and gentlemen, giving the next toast of the evening, would you please welcome your best man? Give it up for Luke Naditz.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Sounds good. Yes, yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Luke, for those who don't know me. I'm a friend of Joe and Sarah's. I'm going to start off with Joe, even though, as we all know, and Joe, that's my one little piece of advice here, especially today and really now forever, that it's all about Sarah. But me and Joe have been great friends for almost 25 years now, since we were about 5 years old. Going to grade school together, high school, St. Joe's, and played all sorts of sports together. I remember hours of one-on-one in the Higgins driveway, and I lost very badly, like 95% of the time. And maybe 99. And I don't know, I kept going over there. I kept losing. Joe kept winning, and anyone that knows Joe knows that one, he likes to win, and two, he's going to let you know about it afterwards. All the time, and loudly. But what I value about Joe is his great friendship the last 20-some years, because I know that's not going to change the next 20-some years and beyond. And I want to thank him for always being there for me and being a great friend. And I'm lucky and proud to call him and have him as a lifelong friend. Now on to Joe and Sarah, the reason we're here. So a few years back, me and Joe had planned this guys' weekend. And I was living down in Chicago, Joe was up in Minneapolis. And we had planned, going to a Twins game, doing some bar hopping, typical dude's weekend stuff. And I knew that, yes. And I knew that he had just started seeing this girl, Sarah. And I knew she was from Kenosha. K-Town, yes. In the house. But I didn't know too much about her. And so I got up there. I didn't know what to expect. I got up there for what I thought was guys' weekend. And it wasn't. It was guys' weekend and Sarah. But thankfully, I didn't have to hang out with Joe the whole time. But more importantly, I got to get to know Sarah and see how kind and genuine of a person she is. And most important, I got to see firsthand how much they really care about each other and early on in their relationship. And I'm not in the least bit surprised that we're now sitting here today celebrating them. And it's just a beautiful thing to witness and be a part of. So, with that, I'd like to raise a glass, grab my champagne here, or my whiskey, what I should do. But I would just like to say that Joe and Sarah, I love you guys both, and I wish you guys nothing but the best. Cheers.
And ladies and gentlemen, giving the final toast this evening, it is a duo. Would you please welcome your matron and maid of honor? Give it up for Kelly Johnson and Rachel Frenner.
Like he said, I'm Kelly, and this is Rachel. Sorry. We are the other Frenner sisters. When we were little, our mother, Anna, always taught us, if we had nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
So I'd really like to wish everyone to have a good night, drink up. We're going to see you on the dance floor.
See you later.
And on a real note, every year our parents would get a Christmas ornament with all of our names on it. So it'd say Anna, John, and Kelly and Rachel. And we always said that the best years were before 1989, when Sarah was born. And we were the only two kids on the ornament.
But the truth is, our family wouldn't be complete and wasn't complete until Sarah came along. Even though we both wish she was a boy. There isn't anything in the world we wouldn't do for you.
I mean, look, I'm wearing a dress.
And got those nails done.
I even got my nails done yesterday, all right?
When you look at all three of us as individuals, we truly couldn't be any more different. But as a family and as sisters, we couldn't be closer.
We have each other's backs no matter what. We will always fight for one another, and remember that.
As a family, we always have the best of times, watching Packer games, dancing to I Don't Want to Work, playing bar bingo. Oh, you're next.
Oh, or even making music videos to Adele's latest song, like any Adele song. We'll be in the back seat singing in a banana, not even just, no, we have videos if you want to see. Come find me later.
We always like to find a good Irish bar and travel the world together. It really doesn't matter where we are, as long as we're together, we always have a great time.
Well, Sarah, there's a lot we could say about you, but there's only a few things we're going to say tonight. You were one of the most generous people around. You're always very thoughtful and probably the best gift giver ever. Whether it be including just a picture from our latest adventures or a little note, even if it's mean and sarcastic, it's always heartfelt, and we know you always mean it.
Sarah's also a go-getter when it comes to her life and her career.
You wanted to go to the University of Minnesota and get in the Carlson School of Business and Management? You did.
She wanted to study abroad in Italy, and she made it happen.
Tina? Hey. You wanted to get a job using your degree, and you landed one right out of school.
When Joe was offered a job in Chicago, she found a job, packed up, and moved right with him.
So if anyone knows our immediate family, you know we like the finer things in life. Like gambling, Bill's Corner Club in Kenosha, or maybe a 2:30 a.m. run to the spot.
So when Sarah and Joe first started dating, he asked Sarah if she wanted to go to the casino one night.
And at that moment, we knew he was the one. Yep. Joe, it's been great getting to know you, great hanging out, and your mom and dad. It's been fun getting to know them. You guys are really great people.
I know everybody in the Frenner family is happy to have another Packers fan on our side, even if the Packer games coincide with your nap time.
Believe it or not, sometimes it's hard to get a word in when we're all together. Joe has proved that he is more than capable of hanging with us, and he is very good at getting a couple one-liners in there, very sarcastically, but one-liners on the best.
We always hope for a few things, like the Packers winning the Super Bowl, hitting number 15 on the roulette table.
But we know one thing that does not need hope, and that is Sarah and Joe. We are absolutely 100% sure you guys are meant to be together. There's no doubt in our minds.
So Joe, officially, welcome to the family. You are now required to go on Frenner family vacations. So everybody, raise your glasses, because I know you have them close.
To Princess Saya and Joe.
Jose. May your laundry always be clean.
Your shelves always dusted.
And your floors always spotless. Cheers.
After a rocking foundation quaking, crash right through the front door, back you up against the wall. Love you, baby.
Our weddings, I want to just keep working to the wall. Coaching on What are you with?
And ladies and gentlemen, come to a big hand for Sarah and Joe this evening. And at this time, I'd like to welcome Sarah and her brother John to the dance floor. Ladies and gentlemen, hold a big hand for Sarah and John this evening. And at this time, I'd like to welcome Joe and his mother, Carol, to the dance floor. Ladies and gentlemen, have a big hand for Joe and Carol this evening. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the dance floor is now open.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheek? Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. And baby, my heart could still fall as hard at 23. And I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just the touch of a hand. Well, me, I fall in love with you every single day. And I just wanna tell you I am. So honey, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud. Maybe we found love right where we are. When my hair's all but gone and my memory fades, and the crowds don't remember my name. When my hands don't play the strings the same way, I know you will still love me the same. 'Cause honey, your soul could never grow old, it's evergreen. Baby, your smile's forever in my mind and memory. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. And maybe it's all part of a plan. Well, I'll just keep on making the same mistakes, hoping that you'll understand. But baby, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Oh, darling, place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud that maybe we found love right where we are. Or maybe we found love right where we are. And we found love right where we are.
Once again, we're looking for the ladies in the house on the dance floor. Ladies, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna turn the music up, and on the count of 3, we're gonna have our beautiful bride toss that bouquet straight behind her. But before we do that, we're gonna have Joe cover Sarah's eyes from behind. Beautiful. Here we go, ladies. On the count of 3, she's gonna toss that bouquet. 1, 2, 3. Toss that bouquet. And we have a catcher. Alrighty, a big congratulations to our catcher this evening. Once again at this time, the dance floor is now open.